Hello everybody, Bachmann and Hornby Productions here. Today, we'll have to discuss about which one's engines that I much prefer for Bachmann and Hornby. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to include certain characters that made to Bachmann because Hornby already got discontinued, so yeah. But anyway, enough about that. Let's start with our favorite character, and you guess who this one is in the pitch, Thomas. Now, we look at the Bachmann Thomas and the Hornby Thomas. So, if I had to pick which one that's considered the best, I think it may be the Hornby version of him. Why? Because if you look in the Thomas Defense Wiki, Thomas isn't E2 right, but the WWRG didn't like that, so he decided to make Thomas look like this. But I think his Hornby bottle look kind of good. I'm not trying to say that Bachmann's version is awful or anything, but it's very nice. But I feel like that the Hornby version deserves a spot on this list. Now let's start off with Percy. Now, number 2, we have Percy the small green tank engine. Now, I don't know what to say about this one. Well, unlike Thomas, Percy was actually my favorite character, but there are other characters I like, so yeah, but enough about that. If I had to pick which one that's considered the best between Bachmann and Hornby, like Thomas, I choose the Hornby version of Percy, as I thought that the Bachmann version feels a little weird. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I honestly had no idea. Like, I didn't even know what's the problem with it, so sorry. So sorry, I had to choose the Hornby version of Percy. Now anyway, let's move on to, you know what, a splendid red engine named James. So now we have, here's James. Get it? Now anyway, what I kind of prefer over the Bachmann to Hornby. Honestly, I'm honestly kind of prefer the Hornby version of him. Why? I don't know. The Bachmann James just seems like it feels a little bit off. I mean, like, look at this. His wheels were painted gray. They did update him in 2018 all the way up to 2021. But it's still not saving this long for me. So Hornby James deserves a spot. Now let's move over to Old Faithful Toby. And now we're on to the Old Faithful Toby. Now, if I can prefer which one for Toby between Bachmann and then Hornby again, I'll consider the Bachmann version as the best. Why? Because, I'm sorry, but the Hornby Toby just feels kind of terrible, to be quite honest. Because it overtowers certain characters. Like, seriously. I mean, like, if you watch some of the videos about Hornby Toby, you see what I mean. Now anyway, sorry Hornby Toby, but the Bachmann one is the best, thank you very much. Now let's move over to the Devious Diesel. Okay, so, now on Diesel, so I think that the Bachmann and the Hornby version of Diesel are both equally good. Why? Because I don't know which one is actually the best. They just equally good with their details and all. So I consider these two unequal. Unequal means they're really good with a tie. Now anyway, let's get on to Bill and Ben. Okay, so now we're on the Cheeky Devils, which are Bill, Ben, the Bachmann versions, and the Hornby versions of them. And if I had to pick which one is my favorite, you already know what I guess. The Bachmann. Why? Hornby is terrible. Like, both of them are terrible in Hornby. I want to comment for their Bachmann scale, thank you very much. Now, anyways, I wonder which character was next. Hey, I kind of forgot. Hang on, let me check my list. Okay, so like, I double checked the list, and apparently Spencer was on this spot on the list. Now, I had nothing to say about him, nor the Bachmann, nor the Hornby version of him. But you guys already know I'm gonna pick the Bachmann version of him, because, you know, Hornby Spencer is terrible, because the black wheels, but I'll never understand why they gave him those. Unless we kind of prefer the Bachmann version of Spencer, probably, because, you know, I like that character. Now on to the BG himself, Gordon. Again, nothing to say about him other than that. I think that the Hornby version of Gordon was actually kind of the best because, well, the Bachmann version looked so white, but except, yeah, I didn't know why the sign was anyway. His shape, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the Bachmann version of Gordon, but it looks a little off, and I can't put my finger into it. Now, I think that the Hornby version deserves a spot anyway. Now we're on to the list, Edward. Now we're on to Edward. Also, credits to Sammy Trains for the thumbnail. So, shout goes to him, by the way. Now, anyways. Yeah, I consider the Bachmann version of him. Because the Hornby looks a little bit terrible. Yeah, it kind of feels a little bit terrible, and it kind of feels a little off at some point. I'm not trying to say that the Hornby version of Ever is not bad or anything. I just kind of prefer the Bachmann version. Now, I wonder what else is on the list. Now, I think I checked the list again, and I think Henry deserves a spot. Mike Gordon, I consider his Hornby version is the best one out of all of them. The Bachmann version, on the other hand, is just, nah. I don't really care about the Bachmann and Henry all that much. I just kind of prefer the Hornby version of him. Okay, I don't know why I never keep saying versions of him. Well, anyways. I wonder what else. Okay, so like, this is gonna be tough. What I mean it's gonna be tough? Well, it's between Bachmann Duck, Hornby Duck, and Bachmann over, and then the Hornby. So, I think I need to start with Duck. I'll consider his Bachmann version, then the Hornby. As for Oliver, his Hornby version rather than this one. Well, as much as I like the Bachmann Oliver, but I kind of like his Hornby version of Oliver, I guess. Now, what else is on the list? God dang it. Okay, so I checked the list, and I believe there's no characters made by Bachmann or no Hornby or any range really, but that's about it. So thank you for watching this video, guys, and hope I'll see you guys for more present terms. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or comment in the comment section below. The next video will have to be the Whales of Sword Episode 1 Spick and Span, based on that Season 8 episode. Anyway, I'll see you guys for more present terms. Have a nice day.